everybody, thank you for the patience. We're actually gonna swap directly into game here, kill some of these overlays that are wrong, and then we'll get uh, everything situated. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. Just make sure we get the game capture going. All right. We are hopping in pretty early. Okay, very cool. All right, very good. Thank you all so much for being here. If y'all want to kill the lights, now's the time. All right, so we have Spring Hill versus, I believe, St. Ambrose University, so SAU. They are choosing red side first. Spring Hill will be on blue side. Camera's not active right now, buddy. All right, so y'all ready? All right, so we're starting off with Hardpoint Raid, which is a very common map for Spring Hill. We've been playing this map quite a bit lately to great success, really. But St. Ambrose coming in, I believe, 2-3, and Spring Hill is at 3-2. So this should be a really good matchup, really for both teams. Spring Hill having one really close matchup early this season, going to a full, it ended up being a reverse sweep versus OCU, and then everything else pretty one-sided. So I'd be interested to see how this one pans out. Chungus grabbing first blood there, already on the point. All right, looks like some of them. So we're having some issues. Looks like a couple of their players didn't connect. So we're going to try this again. Unfortunate connection issues. All right, so while we figure that out, we can chat just a little bit. So again, thank you so much for being here. So let me give you a more accurate lead-in to this match and between these two teams. So Spring Hill coming in at 3-2 across the season so far, and SAU is sitting at 2-3. So I did remember correctly. SAU leading up to this point did take out Coffeyville Community College, which Spring Hill beat last week. They came in at round 2 and had a bye. Round 3 came in and lost to St. MU. I'm not sure what team that is. Sorry. And then from there, ended up taking a loss to ICC Esports. So a tough we lost to UAH last week. So a tough few weeks for SAU. Started off the season really strong with the win, and then of course they get the bye after that. But then from there, it got a little a little rough for them, right? So they are looking to bounce back, eager to bounce back. So we're excited to be able to be hosting this and show them for their players, so they can, all their fans and anybody, any students, to tune in and watch them play. So very good. All right, I think we're set up and ready to go now. We're just going to confirm that we're good. All right, ready to go. Let's do this. All right. Okay, so raid hardpoint. So that will be map 1. We could potentially see Garrison twice tonight. Garrison's going to come in map 3 and map 4. I believe our search and destroy for map 2 is Moscow, which I don't think Spring Hill was excited to see. honestly. So some of our players not really a fan of Moscow. As we see this again, this time Cody grabbing first blood, but 3 Spring Hill members dropping quickly. So that's going to be SAU flipping the script from what we had previously, taking the point early, and now Spring Hill looking to get back on this and recap. And a great defensive set right now. A good pick off there. Attack mask coming in clutch, and that's going to be Cody grabbing 2. M7 dropping, and that's going to be Spring Hill getting on the point with about 23 seconds left. So this is still advantageous for Spring Hill. They're going to be able to cap enough points here to be able to reclaim the lead. We'll see if SAU decides to commit to the retake or move on to the next point. Shots did not ring true for random there, so that's going to be Spring Hill still capping it, 5 seconds left, but taking a look, SAU already in position for the next point, so they're going to start capping that early. Spring Hill going up to about a 13-point lead. Van Heckel dropping, I believe that was to Cody, and now Spring Hill getting back in position. Looks like they do have rotations coming through. A flank there from Niwao. He does get picked up from the spawn, but the point still being held strong here by Chungus and Cody. Random and Niwao trying to round up SAU as they're trying to get onto the point. Random X putting some work in there. Still Chungus and Cody on site. Spots M7. Spring Hill now 56 to 28, 17 seconds left. We'll see how many of these scrap points they give up to go ahead and get in position. It looks like they're giving away all of them. SAU already getting in position. So, yeah, Chungus stayed back to go ahead and get the rest of them as they saw SAU moving over to garage already. Van Heckel spotted Random able to grab the kill there and gets onto the point. Now 3 members of Spring Hill quickly dropping. Random and Cody still on point, holding off SAU. Great positions here. The drop shot did not ring true from behind the car, but that's going to be SAU taking the point back, 78 to 32. They have enough points here to bring it close, but Spring Hill will maintain the lead here, even if Spring Hill doesn't recap. Tough time to pull out the frag, or the Simtex rather. So Spring Hill looks like they're going to go ahead and start rotating over to basketball court, knowing that they'll still maintain the lead in this, even if, ooh, great stick. They'll still maintain the lead even if SAU captures the whole thing. So now point already being contested. Random grabbing that kill first and taking the hard point for Spring Hill. Trophy system goes down. We take a look at the map. Niwao drops. You have Cody trying to pick up them on the flank. So a highly, tightly contested match here, so it's good to see. Oh, Niwao had the first shots on that one, just unfortunately did not have the crosshairs in the right position. Cody grabbing 1. SAU could tie this matchup, potentially take the lead here, fully capping the point. Caught in the climb animation, but still picking up the kill. Unfortunately, Spring Hill not able to get onto the point to start capping that. But mid is already prepared and ready for random. Chungus dropping. Gunfight right on the middle of the point as 2 Spring Hill members flanking around. So a really good defensive setup here. Cody does drop. Spring Hill defense not really strong enough. That's going to be SAU taking mid with about 20 seconds left. Oh, Newell, unfortunately, had his back turned to Agent. Spring Hill could go ahead and grab a couple of points here to tie it up. Almost 118 to 119, but Spring Hill does have Circle already capped. Random lurking behind the rock. Oh, Cody's in a great position to snag 2 here. He only picks up 1, dips around to the side, does grab Kairos, and that's going to be Spring Hill getting a lot of value after this early pickup on the point. Cody playing a dangerous game here, does get picked up by the Syntax. But Spring Hill still capping, 17 seconds left. And it looks like SAU bailing out on this point. Content to go ahead and give up these scrap points and allow Spring Hill to take them. All in favor of getting this prime position on the next hard point. Oh, unfortunate for Newell. Really bad timing. Great flank from Random, grabbing 2 from the window, grabs a 3rd. That's Cody actually helping him out. So now Cody on point capping. Spring Hill with a 50-point lead, 35 seconds left on this hard point. Oh, almost a double there for Newell. 18 seconds left on this point. This could potentially bring Spring Hill up to 220, see if SAU challenges. Random already making his way over to the garage. It does drop to Kairos. Great pickup there. Meanwhile, answering, could not pick up the second. Van Heckel going to take that shot. 218 to 132. SAU already capping this next point. 55 seconds left. This could bring them within reach, but they've got to get this entire point to keep this game close. That's already going to be 1 dropping on point. Cody was on point. He does quickly drop to Van Heckel. Sorry, Van Heckel gets taken out. Kairos coming in. And Cody rough with those shots, but Spring Hill does end up taking the point back, and that's going to be them capping. 35 seconds left. If Spring Hill takes this entire rest of this point, that is going to be the first map going their way. Cody dropping. 25 seconds. Oh, and another stick. SAU going to go ahead and capture the rest of this. Spring Hill making the decision to go ahead and head over to basketball court. That's going to be Cody dropping Van Heckel after he takes out Chungus. Now Cody's on point, ready to start taking this. Random lurking. Grabs 1, grabs 2, and that's going to be Spring Hill with 13 points shy of taking map number 1. Random turns his back for way too long. Chungus and Cody still on point. Meanwhile, trying to catch any SAU members coming in. Spring Hill 246. Cody's still on point, trying to survive. Does get taken out. Spring Hill 4 points shy of ending at map 1 in their favor. And Spring Hill, yeah, they're going to contest for this. They want to go ahead and end this map now, but SAU putting up a great defense. Double M7 on a 3K. Ooh, Simtex. I've had a couple of moments tonight where that Simtex comes out at very bad times. 9 seconds left. Spring Hill likely just going to go ahead and go to that next point. They only need 4 points. If they can get to that point early. And that is on it. 247, 248. Only needs 250 to be able to claim it. And that's going to be Spring Hill taking map 1. Raid Hardpoint going their way. As we take a look at Agent Dublin 7 for SAU grabbing the best play here. This was SAU's stellar defense of this hardpoint on basketball court. Spring Hill, really desperate to just end the map here, snagging Random while he has the Semtex out. Unfortunate for Random, but a great highlight there for MM7. So now we're going to swap hosting duties over SAU is going to take over the next map. That's going to be Moscow, Search and Destroy. And then we're going to head to Garrison Control after that, back on a Spring Hill host. Yeah, the players get a little loud in the background. Good to see Astro Boy in chat, by the way. Chungus was mentioning earlier how much he misses you. Alright, Search and Destroy. Alright, Spring Hill now on red side. I believe that's defense first round. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. There we go. Got Van Heckel back in here. So Spring Hill, if you're just joining us, Spring Hill took map 1. This is a best of 5, so first to 3 does win. Spring Hill already off to the early lead in the series, but we have Moscow coming in, and this is one of those maps that typically, at least when I hear the player chatter, they're not fans of Moscow. Don't really want to see this in their games, but here we are. You know, this could be a bounce back point for SAU, tying the series up 1-1. And honestly, I'm excited to see how the players do on this map, seeing as how we've never seen them on it in the competitive play, other than just some league play. So Spring Hill on defense first. If you're not familiar with Call of Duty and the gameplay and the difference in the modes, this mode you only get 1 life per round. So whereas in Hardpoint, the players kept respawning over and over and over, this one you only get 1 life. 2 different bomb sites. The attacking team, which is going to be SAU first, their responsibility. Oh, and I was going to say that was great trigger discipline from Random, but he did get picked up by the second one. Niwow dropping as well. So the attacking team is, their job is to either eliminate the defenders or to plant the charges on the A site or the B site. If they plant the charges, then it's up to the defending team to defuse the charges. So attacking team has 2 different. Now, if the defenders eliminate the attackers before the charges are planted, the defenders win as well. So you can either eliminate the entire enemy team or have the charges explode. So you can see the timer there on your map, 35 seconds. Oh, Cody does spot Agent 007 there, but did not get the shots off first. That's going to be SAU taking round 1. So there, even though the charges were planted because SAU took out all the Spring Hill members, that does go ahead and end the round. But now we're going to swap sides and put Spring Hill on attack. It's going to be Newell grabbing the bomb. Spring Hill looking like they're heading towards A. Running into the trophy system. That's going to be Chungus dropping early. Cody dropping next. Spring Hill already at losing this round. SAU coming back strong. You can see why they wanted this Moscow map. Definitely one that they're well practiced on. A great double for Kairos. Swap sides, put Spring Hill on defense. One of these guns is not like the other. So split defense here for Spring Hill. Looks like Random and Cody going over towards A site. Newell kind of hovering in the middle. Chungus sitting by himself. However, does spot Kairos, get some shots off. Does look like he tagged him a little bit, but not enough to take him out. Newell does drop those, so Spring Hill now in a 3v4. Random on the flank. Does pick up one, sees the second one, not able to pick him up before Cody gets dropped, and then Random does drop, so Chungus now in a 1v3. Odds stacked against him. Does see Van Heckel, but the crosshairs over to the left side. Van Heckel winning out on that gunfight. SAU going up 3-0. Looking for a shutout on map 2. This is a first to 6 points, so not a best of on Search and Destroy. It's just first to 6 rounds. Maybe a little bit of overcompensation with the aim assist from Chungus. Spring Hill back on attack, and we'll see if they can even get in position for a plant. Last time Spring Hill was on attack, that round ended way too early. Chungus drops, Random drops. SAU, they're on a tear on this Moscow map. Now 1v4 for Cody. You could see through our Codcaster settings, we can see where SAU is. Cody has no clue on his screen, so that's why you really won't hear me refer to where they're at. He does spot Kairos, but he did not see Ty waiting around on the other side of the bus. That's gonna be SAU going up 4-0, and here's that spot that grabs Cody. Catching him in the crossfire with Agent MM7. Now Spring Hill needs to climb back. They are down, is that 4 rounds now to SAU on defense. Spring Hill perhaps being a little too aggressive. May consider slowing things down. Newell drops, Chungus drops. It's left to Cody and Random. Random does fire some shots off, but it doesn't look like he picked up anybody. He does get caught out by Kairos. And now this sounds familiar. Cody in a 1v4 again. Just goes for the ninja defuse. Triple for Kairos that round. Five to 0. SAU dominating on Moscow Search and Destroy. Spring Hill now. This is reverse sweep time. As I mentioned before, our players do not like Moscow. Cody does grab first blood there. I think this is the first time Spring Hill's had a life advantage, a player numbers advantage so far in Search and Destroy. So artillery was coming out. It was not able to pick up any Spring Hill members. So 4 players strong. Spring Hill pushing forward. Agent 007 does drop. 44 seconds left to either take out the rest of SAU or get this plant down. Newbow gets spotted. Takes cover. Simtex and I are going to think Van Heckel, last one alive, as Random does take out Original. Plant does go down. It's all up to Van Heckel to take out 4 members of Spring Hill and get the defuse. He gets one, but he does drop, so Spring Hill College does take round number 6. If you believe, keep the faith right now for the reverse sweep. We are primed and ready. Spring Hill back on defense. Maybe a momentum shift there, a boost to the morale and self-confidence. Hey, we won one. We did not get completely shut out on Search and Destroy. Maybe they can take that with them into these next rounds. As more artillery comes in, that's going to be Niwao getting picked up. Chunga's taking shots, but able to evade a lot of fire. Both sides still holding strong. But with Niwao down, it is going to be Spring Hill with a numbers disadvantage. Kairos picked up by Cody. Not able to grab the second SAU player. But they do have information on one. They're not sure where the other 2 are. Timer's running down, 28 seconds. Slow play there from Chungus, but he is able to pick up one. 15 seconds. Pressure is on SAU. A 1v1 Cody versus Van Heckel. 4 seconds left. And I don't think he has enough time to finish the plant. So Cody going to try to just hide and survive. And that's going to be Spring Hill taking round 2. Great job playing time there, not being too aggressive and peeking, risking being taken out. See where Chungus was playing that very slowly, trying to get some information, try to catch some SAU players rotating through. He did grab one, but unfortunately had another to his left. But either way, Spring Hill cuts SAU's lead to 3. The reverse sweep is still alive. Possibility is still there, but Spring Hill cannot afford to drop a single round. Oh, bomb does drop. Chungus and Niwa both down. It's up to Random and Cody. Random does grab the bomb. Tried to chase down, I believe that was Kairos after he picked up the kill. Random and Cody holding these angles here, seeing if SAU could potentially push aggressively. Kairos gets spotted. Cody drops him, but he does give away his position. He does drop to Original. Random still alive, does pick up that return kill. 1v2. Random gotta be careful. Hill gets caught with the weapon swap, and that's going to be SAU taking map number 2, 6-2. right, so series tied up. Spring Hill taking map 1, SAU taking map 2, so we're going to get set up to host the next map. I am going to need to look up what that should be. That next map is going to be Garrison Control. Alright, so just going to get the rest of SAU in here. Alright, sorry about that. Getting everything squared away. Alright, and we're going to have a slight bathroom break. So we're going to get that figured out. We will be right back. All right, we're back. It's 1-1 right now. Maps are tied up. We're just waiting for SAU. It looks like they are ready to go, so we're going to be able to hop back in game now. We are setting up for performance mode here on the stream. Perfect, very good. We have Garrison control. Teams are in the right spot. Let's go. So SAU dominant showing on Moscow Search and Destroy, and between between maps, I hopped over into the Discord and was like, man, that Moscow map is a little rough. They said, yeah, we didn't know what we were doing. We've never, yeah, they don't really play Moscow. That's one that typically, if they don't ban it, they hope it gets banned. And unfortunately, a great pick ban phase from SAU, getting Moscow through. So now on to Control. So a different game mode here. We haven't seen Control yet tonight. This is always map, or at least game mode number 3. So Spring Hill on attack first. They need to either capture both points fully to win the map, or to win the round rather. Chung is grabbing up the trade kill there. To win the round, or have the opponent run out of lives. So you can see at the top, you see lives remaining. Spring Hill at 27, SAU 28. And you'll see those A points and B points do get captured. They have to capture over time. And there are progress kind of checkpoints, if you will, where they can get it set up at 33 and 66%. Now Spring Hill, slow start. Semtex does flush out Double M7, and he's going to be picked up by Cody on the flank. Random and Cody are working together. Original dropping. So Spring Hill needs to get on a point here. They've got an advantage right now. They tied the lives up, but they do have numbers on the map currently. Chungus still capping. B, unfortunately, does not finish that off. Timer's running down, 21 seconds. All right, so Spring Hill able to get 33, 1/3 of the way. Cairo's going to be picked up. 17, 16, 15 seconds left for Spring Hill to make a move. Spring Hill at a life disadvantage as well. Meanwhile, sliding onto the point to try to stop that timer. As long as Spring Hill is on the point, the timer does stop moving. But that looks like that is going to be... Oh. To have random on point, 1.3 seconds left. Spring Hill cutting it very close. Newell coming in for support. Point being contested. Horn capping. A great kill pickup there, but Cody's off the point. So as soon as random drops, Cody's not going to be there to be able to pick up, continue capping. That's going to be the time ticking away. And SAU wins round 1 off of the time expiration. Double M7 doing a great job playing around tank. Dipping in and out of cover. He is going to pick up Chungus on the flank there. So SAU showing up strong in map 3. And now Spring Hill moves over to defense. When a team does cap a point, they get about 90 seconds added on to the timer. Two picked up from random, grabbing MM7 and Kairos. Spotted. Oh, another stick from SAU. We saw 2 in, I believe, map 1. Unfortunately, the AK-74 not great at range. Kairos pushing ahead. Crosshair's not true for Niwao. That's going to be SAU a little over a third of the way there. Almost half now. Springhill having a difficult time getting to these points and getting in a position where they can hold. That's going to be SAU taking point B. So the additional time was added onto the map, or onto the round rather. And now Springhill only has point A to defend. So I could argue that defending point A is a little bit easier than defending both A and B, because you can stack all your defenders around one point, not have to worry about defending multiple points. Oh, if our Chunkus heard or potentially even saw the trophy system go down and didn't pre-fire that angle. Caught with utility out as well. SAU 2/3 of the way and with a 10 life advantage. That's going to be SAU taking round number 2. So one more round for SAU and they're going to take map 3. Springhill has their try now at attacking again. First round, it ended from time. They just completely ran out of time. Springhill not able to get either point fully captured. So we'll see if they can bounce back here. An early kill from Random does put things trending in Springhill's favor. Chungus does drop. Niwao drops, Random drops up Cody, the last one on the map, waiting for teammates to respond. Kairos pushing further ahead and snags Cody on his way to B. .43 seconds. Springhill needs to put a move on these points. Kairos on a killing spree. Now, finally, they do grab MM7, but 23 seconds left. And Springhill bleeding out the lives, 24-19 remaining. SAU in favor there. Now Springhill gets onto the point, gets the trophy system down, see if we can push ahead and try to have a forward defense as the streaks come through. Cody's still on point, able to grab one with the Diamante. Unfortunately, turns his back. Springhill got a third of the gunplay for SAU, just really overwhelming. Niwao ends up taking himself out with his own Simtex. Springhill losing map 3. That's going to be going over to SAU, a clean 3-0. So now we're going to be moving into our 4th map, which is going to be still Garrison, but it's going to be back to Hardpoint, which is the game mode that Springhill did win on in map 1. So we have the potential to go to a game 5, but SAU is on series point. Springhill needs to win both Garrison, Hardpoint, and the final map, which will be Express, Search, and Destroy, if we have a map 5. So if SAU win this next map, that they will take the series. Spring Hill needs this win to be able to push the series to a Game 5. So if you're just joining us, moving into map 4, Spring Hill won map 1, SAU won maps 2 and 3. So with SAU, if they win this series, that's going to put Spring Hill and SAU in a tie in the standings. If Spring Hill wins this, they move up to 4 and 2 as opposed. I'm sorry, yeah, 4 and 2 instead of 3 and 3. So they are 3 and 2 right now, with SAU at 2 and 3. So a win here from SAU does tie both teams at 3 and 3. I've lost connection to the party. Awesome. All right, here we go. Getting things set back up. This is not uncommon for Call of Duty games. Wait, let's see. Let's make sure. Gotta get the players situated. What do I have? Spring Hill is team 1. Just get everything moved around. It's like moving Spring Hill blue side, which we are already set up for. Perfect. Okay. So, series point for SAU. Spring Hill at 1 map win. SAU is on 2 maps. And here we go. So all pressure on Spring Hill. They must win Garrison Hardpoint in order to push this to a Game 5 to head to Express Search and Destroy. A loss here ends the series, drops their record to 3 and 3. All right, and we're in. So we're back to Hardpoint, back to the game mode from map number 1. Where Spring Hill ended up winning, I believe it was 250 to 190-ish, somewhere around there. Spring Hill looks to be getting to the point first, but Agent MM7 does get the first blood. A couple drops for SAU, a third drops for SAU. And Cody on the point, already capping earlier. Spring Hill being careful not to flip those spawns so they can try to keep eyes on SAU coming in. That's going to be, again, that gunplay coming through. Another kill picked up for Cody. He's juking around, playing around this tank here. But right now, nobody capturing that point. And just as I said, that SAU gets on. Two for Chungus. And now he's back on the point, capping. Hot swaps over to the pistol. It's 5 seconds left. Spring Hill, I think, going to be content with trying to grab these scrap points if SAU is going to give it up. So now a couple already contesting, and Spring Hill does grab it very quickly. Great play from Random. Spring Hill continuing to defend. Cody, Random on point. 35-7. Oh, trophy system goes down at a pretty bad time, but Cody able to survive. 42-9. Great pickup onto Cody from MM7, but Spring Hill still on point. 9 seconds left. SAU looking like they're not going to contest those last few points. Kairos is spotted on top of the tank. Cody able to pick him up, but SAU on the point first. Now Spring Hill looking to clean up some of these members. So this is an opportunity now for SAU to get back in this game. Spring Hill took a very early lead, 75-20 right now, 45 seconds left on this point. This could get them back in it if they're able to finish out this full timer on the point. But Spring Hill really needs to get these spawn points flipped. Great pickup on the Kairos. 25 points now separating these two teams. But SAU doing a great job of holding on to their spawn, keeping the, not having to travel back very, very far to the point. Spring Hill already on to the next point, holding on strong, still defending now, going up 80-58. A very, very close round 4. Oh, Cody running into 3, able to pick up 1. Van Heckel spotted. Shots fired from Random first, but Van Heckel winning out on the gunfight. Now SAU on point. Still down 30. Cody grabbing 1, getting behind cover, swapping to the pistol. Chungus supports him to help pick up Kairos. Spring Hill 112-62, 50-point lead. Looks like they're going to go ahead and give up the scrap points there, move over into position onto the next hard point to try and start capping that early. And 2 came from the vents. Now SAU in ownership of the point. 2 spotted. Random only able to grab 1. Spring Hill still with roughly a 50-point lead. Chungus not checking his corners there. Cody grabbing 1, dipping into cover, not able to win the second gunfight. 30 points now separating these two teams. Meanwhile, looking over with the Krig. But SAU getting back in this game. Spring Hill ready on the next point. 36 points in the lead. Meanwhile, emptying a whole clip and maybe tagging him with 2 bullets. Oh, Kairos. Good flank. But now nobody on the point. Still 35 seconds left, just as I say that. SAU taking back control. Random right in the thick of him here. In and out of the tank. Does get taken out, but Chungus gets onto the point. Starts capping again for Spring Hill. Oh, Van Heckel taken out too. Great opportunity for Spring Hill to get a lot of points. Increase their lead to about 147. Already in position for the next point as well, as the streaks come through from Kairos. And Chungus is going to drop his as well. And grabs 3. But SAU still on the point. That's MM7 holding strong. All by himself on that point. 3 of his teammates taken out by the artillery. But now Spring Hill, Niwao coming in a little bit late, sliding in, taking that headshot. 151, 128. The slide was heard to the right. So that was a Spring Hill member. So now Spring Hill back on point. 15 seconds left. Still a lot of time here to get a lot of points. So leaving Random back on the point, picking up these, all these little 10, 12 points are going to add up for Spring Hill. But here's the point where SAU took a lot of control last time. They were able to hold this spawn all throughout the last time the point was here, leaving Van Heckel in that advantageous position where he just holds on to those. And that's going to be Chungus taking out 3. Van Heckel does drop that time. So with the streaks coming through, Kairos holding on, but the spawn's still in favor of SAU. Trophy system drops as soon, or destroyed as soon as it's dropped. Now we have another streak coming through. SAU could tie this match up here with this point. Spring Hill already in position on the next point. Kairos does get taken down. Now Spring Hill 5-point deficit, but they should tie it up here. SAU, fantastic job on that spawn. Spring Hill holding this point strong, still holding their spawns as well, seeing where SAU is coming from. Spring Hill needs to get back on this point, continue to cap this. 20 points separating these two teams now. Spring Hill losing some control. Niwao not able to make the Simtech stick. This point is up, and SAU already on it, tying it up. 198, 198. Chungus taken out. Cody on point. Spring Hill tying it back up 202, 202. This is a highly contested map. Again, Spring Hill playing for the series. They need to win here to keep this series alive. Van Heckel dropping. Chungus does end up dropping as well. Random. On point, holding 228, 229. Spring Hill 20 points shy. They're not going to win the game off of this point. But we do already have Niwao on the next point. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be... Actually, it's already contested. SAU on point with the trophy system already. MM7 right behind the box, but he's quickly picked up by Niwao. Niwao needs to get on there to contest this. Now he's contesting, defending. Oh, flank from Cody, not able to grab, but Niwao still on point, stopping SAU from grabbing more. Now SAU in control. 20 points separating these two teams. Enough time left on the clock. Great contest here from Chungus. Now, no way for SAU to win off of that point now, but it's going to be extremely close. Next point is up, and SAU already in position for it. New hard point is up. 5 points separating the two. Chungus caught in the climb animation. Now Spring Hill taking the point, 240 to 236, 10 points shy of ending this map. 245, 7, 8. Nine. One more point for Spring Hill, and they will win the map. Oh, and SAU wins 250 to 249. It could not have been any closer. So SAU taking the series 3-1 in a extremely close map 4. So congratulations SAU on the win. GG, good luck the rest of your season. Spring Hill, we will be back next week with more Call of Duty. We will be taking on, I can tell you now, Spring will be taking on St. MU, is it St. Mary's? I'm not really sure who STMU is. I'll be better informed by the time we get there. Unfortunately, they're just their acronym on mainline is just STMU, so we'll figure that out. But GG's to SAU. They did a great job. Really kept it close, and that was a fantastic stress-filled map number 4. But congratulations to them, GG, and good luck for the rest of your season. And for the rest of you, we will be back Monday night with either Overwatch or Rocket League, Tuesday with Valorant, and then next Wednesday back here again with Call of Duty. See you then.